Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, good evening. We are from group 5. Today we'll discuss our material is multidimensional poverty. Before starting to this discussion, let me introduce the member of our group. They are me, Revita Nadila, Juli Saryanti, and Naila Rahmah. So, today we will explain about 1. Understanding multidimensional poverty. 2. Poverty in the economic dimension. 3. Poverty in the health dimension. 4. Poverty in the social and cultural dimension. 5. Poverty in the dimension of education, religion, and ethics. 6. Example problems and their solution in each dimension of poverty. Multidimensional poverty. Poverty is a human development problem in developing countries. Millions of people in the world live under the poverty line. They are hungry, homeless, jobless, powerless, dependent, isolated, and marginalized, not only because of internal factors, but also external factors like economy, social culture, social politics, geography, health, and education system. Human poverty should be understood in multi-dimensions to empower poor community from poverty trap. Many policies from all dimensions should be implemented simultaneously, but most policymakers do not understand the multi-dimension of poverty. The understanding of multidimensional poverty would lead to better poor policies arrangement, and subsequently the poverty trap will be broken.
Next, poverty in the economic dimension. The economic dimension of poverty is defined as a lack of resources that can be used to improve the welfare of a group of people both financially and all types of wealth that can improve the welfare of society. A person or family is categorized as poor if they cannot fulfill their minimal basic needs such as clothing, food, shelter, health, and education. The economic dimension can be measured by value of the rupiah. Also, the price always changes every year depending on the inflation rate of the rupiah. Its destitution and limit is determined by the minimum living needs that need to be met for a simple life. Poverty in the economic dimension is the easiest to observe, measure, and compare. Next, poverty in the health dimension. Many data and research results prove that poverty is strongly associated with high morbidity and mortality rates. Income level below the poverty line and low opportunities to obtain various social welfare facilities will make it difficult to fulfill various needs for nutritious food or the ability to fend off disease. So it is not surprising that in their neighborhoods the infant mortality rate is high. Various diseases threaten such as malaria, tuberculosis, eye disease, kwashiorkor, and others as a result of weak resistance. This results in a short life expectancy and a high mortality rate. Next, poverty in the social and cultural dimension. The cultural dimension of poverty is defined as the lack of social networks and structures that support opportunities to increase one's productivity. The lack of networks is caused by two constraining factors, namely from within a person or group, for example because of education level or cultural barriers, and barriers from outside a person's ability, for example because of bureaucracy or official regulation that can prevent them from utilizing existing opportunities. In societies in developed countries, the process of transition from traditional society to modern society is successfully carried out, but in the developing countries of the third world, when heading toward modernity, they face cultural barriers in the form of traditional values that are very strong in all aspects of life. This causes them to live in underdevelopment, not advances, and poor. The strength of traditional cultural values causes the living condition of the community become static, not yet experiencing structural differentiation, so that political, social, economic, and cultural development do not experience significant progress.
Next, poverty in the dimensions of education, religion, and ethics. The link between poverty and education is significant because education provides the ability to develop through the acquisition of knowledge and skills. Education also instills an awareness of the importance of human dignity. Educating and providing knowledge means reaching for the future. This should encourage us to continue to make efforts to educate the nation. Not least, justice in obtaining education should be fought for, and the government should be at the forefront of realizing it. The poor, in the context of social education, have links to effort to empower, participate, democratize, and gain self-confidence as well as independence. Informal education in the context of social education with the target of poor people as heads of families, individuals, and community members cannot be separated from the concept of learning society. Adult education experience learning in the form of out-of-school education, skill courses, counseling, education and training, upgrading or guidance and training. Religious and ethical education is very important for instilling religious values and ethics, especially for children and youth. Poverty alleviation strategies should not only focus on the economic and physical aspects, but also the non-physical aspects. The non-physical aspects also need to get a sufficient portion in the policy. Next, example problems and their solutions in each dimension of poverty. First, poverty in the economic dimension. Problem: lighting source issues. Households that still use non-PLN lighting. Solution: the construction of solar power plants (PLTS) is hybridized with existing diesel power plants (PLTD), and for areas that are not yet electrified by PLN, the PLTS will stand alone with solar panels and batteries. Second, poverty in the health dimension. Problem: clean water problem. Households that do not own or have proper water facilities. Solution: in addition to the government providing assistance, it may be possible to build access to proper water sources such as protected wells, metered pipelines, retail pipelines, and protected springs. Third, poverty in the social and cultural dimension. Crime problems. Crime and disorder in society. Solution: raise awareness through education, communicate, collaborate with every agency and group, increase home and neighborhood security, conduct positive socialization, and report crimes. Fourth, poverty in the dimensions of education, religion, and ethics. Education continuity issues. School-age children who do not continue their studies. Solution: parents or family talk to the child, be directly involved in the learning process, and do not leave the child too long at home. Government issue policies in the field of education, education funding assistance, education scholarships for the poor, and the Poor Students Assistance Program (BSM), as well as socialization to the community. That's all our presentation. Thank you for your attention, and if you guys have any question, feel free to ask. Bye bye.